Hey, it's E. Christopher Clark talking to you about Saturday, June 9th, 2018. It was a big day in the Clark household. We were moving rooms, switching rooms to be precise. We live on the upstairs of my parents' house. This house has been in the family since the 40s when my grandparents bought it. It was a 4-room sort of ranch cottage, if you will, when he bought it, and then gradually over the years he built on to it, adding a second floor and everything. So by the time my mom and dad got married in 1976, they moved in upstairs. There was sort of a full apartment, really, on the upstairs, and 2 bedrooms at the time, a living room, a small little kitchen. Perfect for them. While my grandmother and grandfather stayed downstairs. Maybe the youngest of my aunts, I think, was downstairs too. My aunt got a little older, moved out. Actually, maybe she did move out. I don't know. My grandfather passed away when I was 3 or 4, and so my parents and my grandmother swapped. My grandmother and my youngest aunt moved upstairs, and my parents and me and my brother moved downstairs. And so that was the way it was for a really long time. And then when I got to be a teenager or a tween, I didn't have that word back then, but I wanted a little bit more room, and so there was a room available upstairs, and I moved in up there next to my grandma. And that was the way it was until college, and through college whenever I came home. And then I moved out. And my grandmother continued to live up there until she passed away. And over those years, I got married, had a couple of kids, bought my own house, lost my own house because we were upside down on it because of a variety of reasons. And after my grandmother passed away, my parents remodeled the upstairs and invited us to come live with them. So when we moved in, we basically took, as part of the remodel, we took what were 2 bedrooms, 2 smaller bedrooms, what used to be my grandmother's and my bedroom, and we combined them into one big sort of more master bedroom. Not really a master because there's no bathroom attached to it, but it did have a big closet, or a somewhat big closet. We took that room, and then the kids, because there were no other technical bedrooms, the kids moved into what was the living room, which was connected to the small little kitchen and connected to the bathroom. Well, my own eldest daughter, is now a tween, and was getting to the point where she was none too happy with this situation. So over the last couple of weeks, we've been having a chat, and we decided, all right, let's try this out. Let's swap, because the bigger room would give each of the girls, although not their own space, give them more space. We could create a little bit of a division there in that room, and allow my older daughter to kind of start to feel like she's got a place of her own, instead of the place of her own being the path to the kitchen and the bathroom. And of course, the downside of that is that then my wife and I are sleeping in the room that is essentially an old living room, connected to a little kitchenette and the bathroom. A lot less privacy for us, a lot more privacy for our tween. Is it the best arrangement in the world? Perhaps not. But the kids are happy. And so we spent all day on Saturday making that happen. I managed to injure my toe, because we were moving stuff around. I was barefoot, which is probably not the way you're supposed to move stuff around. and bent / tore a big chunk of one of my toenails, and hurts like a bastard, I gotta say, from walking around last night and today. Treated it well, disinfected, all the stuff you're supposed to do. Hopefully I don't lose my toe. That's where I'm at right now, which is a crazy thought, I understand, but my uncle, who yes had diabetes and all sorts of other health issues, well, he lost one toe and then parts of some other toes and then a foot and then a leg and then the other foot and the other leg, and then he died on our porch, as I've talked about in the past. It's been a traumatic year, and my brain likes to come up with worst case scenarios. So everybody's moved in, everybody's settled where they're going to be staying for the foreseeable future, I think, unless the kids decide they really hate the arrangement. And my toe is still with me.